Last game before the All-Star break. Knicks at home against the Pistons. Looking to make quick work out of Dennis Smith Jr. and his new team. Wasn't always easy, but led by the MVP, the All-Star Julius, 27 points, 16 boards, 7 dimes. Julius flexing his All-Star muscles tonight. Led the way. RJ Barrett got in his bully bag early, in his passing bag early, got the job done. And welcome back Elfrid Payton, who says, don't think I'm not starting.
I'm feeling good, man. Tonight went how I wanted it to go, how I thought it would go. Easy victory. We all look good. Julius Randle, he's proving that he's an all-star. This game blew open when it was an 11-2 run in the second quarter, and that's when the game started to blow open. The second unit tried to give the game away in the fourth, but we held on, and that was the game.
Listen, 2 words, complimentary basketball. That's what was played today. We played both sides of the ball offensively. Everybody got involved. All of our starters had double digits tonight. Defense was impeccable. I mean, listen, Bullock was on Ellington like white on rice.
Yeah.
That man could not breathe. But not only that, because everybody got involved with defense, it allowed RJ to do what RJ does best, and that's drive it to the rim. The lane was open. We were, making it easy for our guys to kind of make these offensive plays. Not only that, but Julius Randle was out there doing what he does best. He was also doing a great job, and not only offensively putting up points himself, but also getting everybody else involved offensively. And I mean, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Shout out to the French Prince. Frank is activated because he was raining those threes all the way from the Eiffel Tower. It was just everybody was
CashApp, the KOT.
Everybody was doing their part today, and this is what you're supposed to do at home, and this is what you're supposed to do against teams like the Pistons. And we did what we had to do, and I'm glad we're going into the break over 500.
There was a stat, the hottest shooters per zone in the league, and Julius had the best percentage in the league on those baseline jumpers, man. He's starting to patent that move. It's like his go-to move, but really just his overall patience with everything, his decision-making. Again, this has been an incredible first half for him, a complete 180, from where he came from last year. And, just happy for him, man. As we go into the second half, what is the biggest storyline? What are you most looking forward to, or what are you most concerned about?
Oh, man, the biggest storyline for me, man, I have a few, but I'm curious to see who's going to be here. That's what I really want to know. The trade deadline is March 25th. You seen Derrick Rose be a starter. We seen Frank look like he's going to be, out the rotation to back in the rotation. We have these question marks with certain roles here. We feel like we want to shoot 3-pointers better, even though it seems like we're getting better over the last week. So for me, I'm just trying to figure out like who is going. It's Austin Rivers for me is probably the sure thing. But what are we getting in return? Are we going to package a second pick and another person? To me, that's the biggest storyline in my head. Like, who is staying and who is going?
Definitely for me, I would say my second thing definitely is Payton and Frank. I'm curious to see what Tibbs is going to do with that. I'm curious to see if his stubbornness gets in the way, if his favoritism gets in the way of what's better for the team. Yes, Payton had his night, but just like the ex who texts you, hey, big head, and goes back to his or her old ways within a week, I think that Payton that love affair is going to be short-lived, and he's going to be going back just making ridiculous mistakes. And I just think that Frank has shown that he is just a threat on so many different ends of that, or on so many different sides of that basketball, rather. Yeah. And I just think that he deserves this shot. We've already seen what Payton does. Let's see what Frank can do with the team in the second half.
My primary concern is the schedule, man. Schedules is going to be a dogfight right now. It is absolutely going to be a dogfight. Knicks are sitting in 5th. 19 and 18. You have the Celtics right there, 19 and 17. So 4th is a half game out. But look at this. Hornets, Heat, Raptors, Bulls, Pacers. All, Pacers are 1.5 games out. Knicks are a half game behind 4th and 2 games ahead of 10th. Ideally, bro, you want to hover between 4th and 5th all year. Yeah. And that's going to be hard. Because I think they won't fall past the playing game. I think at the very least they'll be in it. At the very
Yeah,
least, you hope.
me
You hope.
too.
Because even Atlanta's only 2.5 games out. Atlanta's in 11th.
Right, but they're imploding right now. So
They're
you figure
imploding,
we have more stability to be able to sustain it.
But ideally, you want to stay 4th, 5th, get in, and then be able to make some noise in a 4-5. But if you crack 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, you got Philly, Brooklyn, and the Bucks at the top.
Hey, listen, I think for the storyline for the second half, can we stay mentally tough and can we, keep the defense up? Because, we play the Bucks, then we play OKC, and then we play Brooklyn and the Sixers. So
yeah,
we have to add shooting. My honest opinion, I would love to see Buddy Hield in this team because that would be perfect. If you can't get someone like that, I think we should just stay patient and maybe do some low-cost moves. I don't want to see Oladipo in New York. He can't stay healthy, and I don't want to see Drummond either because we're getting ready to get Mitch back.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's just my thoughts. But as far as the game, I'm really impressed with RJ. He looks real poised out there. Obviously, Julius Randle's doing his thing, but I'm just more impressed with RJ because last year, we didn't know what he was going to be, but now, he looks poised. He's playing hard. And I would like to see the ball in his hands more because he's really been shooting good. He's been shooting over 50% from three. So, I just want to see him keep growing, and we'll just see how it goes, man.
Let's take a look at the schedule real quick. Bucks, the Freak has revenge on his mind. There's no doubt about it. They are salty. Then Thunder, team that beat us earlier, still salty about that loss.
Yeah,
then the Nets. Then at OKC, at Brooklyn, at Philly.
That is treacherous.
Home to the Magic, matches up very well with us. Then Philly again. 2 against the Wizards. Should be able to take at least 1, hopefully 2. Then the Bucks again. And then Miami. And that's why I question how sustainable is this defense, because if it doesn't, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble. There's no way around it because this offense is it's not consistent enough. They don't hit enough threes. They don't push the pace. We know all the issues. And then, again, that's what, where the whole D-Rose Payton things comes into play because Rose can push it. Rose can push it. And I was starting to like that chemistry. Him and Randle were getting in that pick and roll. And so it's going to be interesting to see. Does Tibbs lean on Rose more in that second half? Maybe not starting him, but finishing games and getting more minutes than Payton, just to have that veteran presence in here and someone who can kind of, get some speed into that offense, Shales, to push the pace a little bit, up the tempo.